spell doom for them. Yeah, it could be pretty bad. Looks like they're actually wanting to get started though. They actually want to play. Unbelievable. Gamers want to play this game.
They're
They're
keen
keen
these days. But let's see what it is. What are maps today? Process and Granary. Interesting map picks. We don't know who picked what, but I guess we'll just see along the way how this is looking like. I'm already no fast rollout for the Swedes. Not working out so well. Greg's takes beating immediately Gav, and it's really weak there. Barely gets the arrow in time, but French is just coming out swinging
immediately into that nice little, just cutting him off basically. Grix gets onto the pack, but meets with a French soldier who's just as fast. And there you go, problem solved. They take mid, they're gonna keep rolling forward as well. They keep that aggression going. Big bomb in by Slash. Scar with the follow-up as well. Neither of them really finding the damage they want to though. They're just getting shot out of the sky. They actually find Grix as a trade-off.
All the way behind. Sweet just spawned and he didn't see him. Oh no, never. The weapon has been deployed.
Oh, does he get the damage?
No, he doesn't get it. Oh no!
Everybody turned around.
Didn't even have the small agent on like 95 while all of this was happening. It didn't quite work. I was surprised that first bomb went on the demo man, and look at that, they're not giving up at all. This is the level of tenacity I was surprised to not see against Witness, but I guess a lot more fear and respect went into that one. And right now, they feel like they could get away with this, and you know what? I think they're right.
Yeah, they're going to be able to force off the French team here, force out a little bit of an exchange. Obviously, it's going to be better for the Frenchies, even if they're down a couple of players. And actually, out of the back of that, yeah, they have to back out. Just the soldiers going down for that force, basically. Forcing them back here, having to reset this into the stalemate. All right, fair enough. Oh, there's a bit of a counter attack by Grix. He goes in deep on like 1 health.
And a good trade to choke as well. He just goes down for the border kill. Never mind, they're doubling down. They don't care they just lost, but they just keep going in.
Sweet just runs in and just kills everybody. Oh, okay, like he just runs in, kills Eloquor, kills Patchouli. Easy's done with that one. Now just gotta keep Agent safe, and he's deep into rollout. Yeah, there's no danger on that guy. Gar is gonna clean up Slash as well. Scar is gonna try. Nevo might be able to catch out Alba. He does, but now he's gonna have to run away. So they get second, but they did lose their med. There's a huge ad for the Swedes here. And as long as they can keep Agent alive, which is not looking good right now. Okay, Nevo does get taken down. At the very least. Alright, they stabilize. This
is a stark reminder for the newer viewers as well. We have been playing in Prem before this game. This is not his debut at all. He's been here for the longest time in this game. He's just been taking a bit of a funny one, winning the one like 4 times in a row. But this one's crazy. He's been made players before and has been like very capable at that level. So this is not anything unexpected of him at all if you don't know the name. Just because the team is new to Prem, I suppose, doesn't mean that all the faces here are. And they're delivering right now, getting into midpoint with no major complications. Slash goes down, and I mean, what can they do on second right now? Patchouli's only in 75. This should just go straight in, right?
Yeah, they still have that Uber in store as well. So I mean, worst case they obviously don't want to use, but worst case they could still try to use it, get something done with it. They don't have to, obviously. They're just gonna keep that, have these Ubers equalize. I mean, that was basically a coast to coast almost. Not quite. It went from second, but still, like just off the back of one nice play by Sui. Killing the enemy combo, and now they're trying to push last year. No sentry up yet, and they're actually gonna pop in very early just to see what they can accomplish with it. Obviously, the French respond with their own Uber, and they lose Scar out of it. They're gonna be able to catch out Sui at the very least. They've lost the gun as well. It wasn't even really built up, so maybe the Swedes are gonna try to refight this. They might just wait for their spawner, considering Sui is gonna be up, somewhat soon-ish.
Yeah, gun and 1 pick. That sounds pretty good, but they just lost like 1 guy in lobby, and that's just kind of rough. Nice clutch one on the side of Never, I think it was, with the last flash that you chased in deep and not really make them have a good position to refight from. It's doable maybe, but without space, it's like understandable that they're not really committing of this too much here. This game in like less than 5 minutes changed pace completely. Frenchies were coming out swinging from the get-go here and just like doing so much into second, and Sweden just forced some respect on them basically here right now, and suddenly we're in a whole different game state.
Yeah, they've maybe woken up a little bit. They were like, okay, maybe we respect the Frenchies a little bit too much. Maybe they respect them a little bit too little, as Amarok's is going to get that kill onto Boulder there. Completely stunned that Swedish
How many classes has Amar played in Prem? This is not okay.
He must be getting close to all 9. This is possible.
Man's just filling up the bingo field at this point.
He's getting there, definitely. He's continuing as well. He's very aggressive on Navi here.
But if he can't hit more, he's to say he can't hit more. He's living that? No way.
All right. He lives those, clearly.
Actually, not even close.
Evidently, those rockets simply couldn't do anything. They're gonna up with both scouts into Shutter here on the Swedish side. Maybe even just try to go in.
Oh no, God went down. No!
Oh my God, no! It's getting worse by the second.
This was gonna be like the Swedish equivalent of an Amsuber, which at this point it's just a Scandinavian Uber, I suppose. But nope, they're not even getting to do it here at all. And suddenly the Frenchies are getting very keen again. They have an opportunity. They're taking it to the bank.
They realize they have some ground to take here. Swedes can't really fight it all that well. Boulder might even just get caught in. Agent's gonna cross for him.
Boulder's thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, they really want to, but at the same time, they know they kind of can't. They don't have the positions at all. And they would be in such a bad position with the Uber. The flank is trying to bust a little bit Alba Sweet. Alba gets taken down, though. So that's not going to happen. Surely they're going to give up positioning now. Just get out to mid. Give this up while you can. Maybe try to hold this aggressively at best. Oh, they're actually going to pop in. All right, Scar gets taken down.
I don't know if I would even call that using in, because that was just a bunch of damage coming Boulder's way. And at that point, they just decided it's safer to use it or not. And it's kind of an exchange. I don't think anyone on the red team really likes the end result too much, though.
Yeah, I mean, Sweet manages to slip in, get the force onto Patchouli at the very least to, you know, keep this equal. But yeah, it's not looking good for Swedes. They still have to keep up, like, backing up because they just have no players to fight this with. Boulder, Agent, and Gar very keen to always stay in. There goes Gar, punished for his sins immediately. Alba's going to be able to trade out with Scar here with some help from Boulder, but is it going to be enough? No, he gets taken down as well, and frags are falling in the Frenchies' favor slowly but surely. The war of attrition is going their way. There goes Boulder, there goes Sweet. Agent completely caught out, has to just kill by, and Grix the only one left alive, and he's making a run for it as well.
Well, like you said, they've sinned and they've been subsequently quickly crucified for no mercy at all, but the Frenchies cutting them completely out of the fight. Yikes, so now it's all the way back to last already. There's not even all the spawns up just yet. What are you even going to do? Having the back is annoying, but that's even swapped off immediately here to hope for a miracle snipe. Not happening. Trade at least for one of the scouts, but is that gonna do it? They're trading one by one. Bomb in comes way deep there. Kalva can't get much out of it. They're trading these kills, but what do you do from here? Patchouli out as well. Somehow they bunkered that. They just didn't have the focus fire. What a strange one to see.
Yeah, that should have been like a cut and dry deal for the Frenchies. Full Uber, half of the players still stuck in spawn. That should have been an easy last push, and yet they somehow just couldn't quite close it out. Couldn't deny them. Yeah, they have no heals now on the side of Sweden because Agent went down. So they managed to get second, but they lose 2 players for it immediately. Agent now up, but it's still going to be a bit of an Uber ad for the Frenchies here. They have players down as well. Again, Gar not spawning for 15 seconds. No stickies at all for so long. It's not an attempt for the Frenchies here. They're taking the dry fight. They're seeing what they can do with it. Gonna send some players in all over the place. It's a messy fight, but nobody gets on the point from the Swedish side. And just
they didn't even need to wait for Uber as well. This is just... see, it's very easy to just blame the guys that were on second as well, but like, I mean, what else are you gonna do there, right? They just stood on point, capped second point. But then what? They still didn't have heals even if they get this one, which they did, I suppose. But you can't stay there. You'll just barely waste that time on a team that already has Uber as well, and if you get caught, it's exactly this happening here. You really gotta just figure out the options a little bit better than just sitting on point there on second, and it's gonna fall apart completely.
Let's see if they can try to, you know, stabilize a little bit. That last bit was a bust anyway. Maybe the second one is gonna go a bit better. It's a bit slower. They didn't die instantly, so that is something. But everybody in Sweden kind of low, just getting bunched up in their corner, having to heal up, tank up a little bit. There goes Sweet, taking down the first casualty of the mid-fight. As
someone
Alba
sneaks behind as well. Yeah,
makes his way behind. Slash makes his way behind on the other side, though. Grix kind of just opting to...
Is it behind at this point? Both teams just rotated sides at this point.
Yeah, they just swapped sides, I guess. They're on different teams now, but France just kind of edging this out off of the positioning alone, and now they're finally finding the frags. Elikor just... Nice little 3k there for him. Gar, the only one left alive. He's behind. He's trying to jump out, maybe get onto something. He's just gonna die.
Remember when Elikor was regarded the best ever man in Europe? Because I think he is not forgetting about that. And he doesn't want us to do it either.
He's remembered that there was like a time when that was what
actually, I don't need old Iron Bomber at all. Watch this. And then he just removes Sweden from the fucking map. Well, this is the energy they had to start the game off with. It looked a bit rough to get around just now, but they're getting there in the end. Last pushes need to clean up a little bit here, but this is a good shot at it, right? Find the gun very late, and the sticks are not getting up the point either for all too much of any of this, but maybe it's still a good shot here anyway. Don't get any kills just now. Snatch comes in deep, that's not going to do anything. Neville finds the medic though, just rotates all the way up top to get that kill. Gets the heavy as well. Neville's doing so much and it still doesn't do anything at all, because the rest of the team just couldn't keep position, they couldn't get much damage in. And what's one scout supposed to do all this lonesome here?
Yeah, they get mowed down by the rest of the Swedish players just finding the frags, and you're gonna have to back out anyway. They still have a bit of an ad to work with, and maybe they're not doing the thing they did last time, considering they're a bit further back now. Yeah, they're just gonna wait for their Uber, see if they can go for the ad push here. It is a sizable one. They can certainly work with it if they're fast enough when they make their way into last. Sweden seem to be woefully aware of this as well. They're just tanking up in the panic room. They've got the heavies still up there. They've got the sentry on point as well. They want this to be as strong of a hold as they can possibly make it.
This reminds me, however, once again, of the game in the qualifier against Trust the Processor. I mean, these last pushes have been rough for a minute for the franchise. This is one with even less advantage, but a lot more time to think about it, so let's hope that was time well spent, I suppose, wrapping all the way around them up top.
Yeah, gonna be able to get in deep before having to use the Uber. Agent still staying alive for so long, finally gets piped down by Elikor. He had 96% as well. What a horrible, horrible position to die in, but is it gonna be enough for Frenchies to actually round this out? They get another Uber because, guess what? You can pick up Mediguns. Patchouli just picked up Agent's Mediguns, so they got 2 Ubers on his one last fight. 2 for the price of 1.
That's still almost easy.
That took so long.
I can't believe it. They needed 2 Ubers to push this last one. Something's going wrong on these last pushes for the franchise. It's been going wrong for like a week and a half at this point. And they're just bungling themselves. They're just barely better playing their way into a successful push once again.
You need all the advantages you can get, I guess. But yeah, 2 Ubers to push one last point is... They win, I guess. If you win, it's not stupid.
Push, but, you know, we got those.
It's not common that you need 2 to win, but... Oh well, let's see how this mid's gonna go for the Swedes. Both soldiers going in deep and high. First, Nevo's sniping to mid as well. They do get onto the combo, they get a little bit of damage done, but they only really find Scar as the only kill. Now, with 2 players down, one of them being Gar, it's gonna be looking kind of rough.
This one player pick without a demo man sucks so bad though, doesn't it? Like, how are you gonna just nuke down the choke point here against anyone coming in? Slash going down early helps quite a bit, but even then, they just established sideline. Crits, Creek, Sniper to mid, or we're bringing out the EU gimmicks. It is 2012 all over.
There you go.
Crits,
gets one body shot.
Oh, never mind.
Boy, all right.
What did I say? Demo is just too good on Sniper. Scar going as well. That's the force as well. They're not giving up at all.
They haven't even capped it either on the Swedish side. They're finally being able to get this cap out, but they lost their entire Uber for it. The crits are already on 50% again for Patchouli as well. You gotta see another laser beam sniper rifle coming out any second now, and it's gonna be scary. Up there, he doesn't even need to get just a headshot onto Gar there. Nevo's been hitting his shots. Maybe he really is unlocked in sniper now. Something happened over the past couple of years, and there you go. He's suddenly there.
I wish Stream could have seen this. Elikor tried so hard to hit the second air shot, just throws 3 pipes into the air, nothing comes of it, and then everyone dies around him while he's just looking straight up. However, at least Demo hit something nice there, but I just want to point out again, we didn't have that game on TFTV. The game against Witness for the Frenchies looked nothing like this at all. I mean, that's more so credit to Witness, I suppose, but this is just complete chaos theory right now, and Duplo's holding on just barely to make this work. There was no second push at all. That was just a mid fight. They survived, and subsequently they deserved to win the round, I think.
Yeah, that was like a very long and weird mid fight as well. I mean, Frenchie's obviously the sniper to mid strat.
Is this throwing? This isn't throwing, right? They're 2 up. That's not throwing. That's like they believe in this. Yeah,
they just thought, hey, let's try employing some new strategies against a team where it could work. Evidently it didn't. Now with the next mid, they're gonna get Gar early. Elikor is just gonna spam across point for that, but they lost both of their soldiers for it. They're gonna be able to trade out a little bit more. Elikor gets hurt on the other side as well, though. But Surely's so far back as well. He's just gonna get chased down by Balder here. Surely's just gonna hold W, try to get onto this medic. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. He's gonna chase this down. There you go. Gets that kill. Amarok might be able to clean that up, but still, it's already a nice one.
Just rolls out on him. Might even get the guy on roller as well. Awkward fight, the MGE fight. No, he's winning it. Oh no. Okay, well, I mean, he did. He kind of did. He forced him to retreat. That's a W in my eyes.
Good enough. It's a very fast respawn. Fast respawn.
You can't beat his shiny hairless head, I guess, and that's that. Halfway through the game, Sweden is looking like they might still win this somehow. Big advantage as well. This is incredibly doable for them.
Oh, absolutely. They just have to somehow mess it up royally, and we'll have something to talk about as it stands.
I mean, we've seen that before, so don't count them out just yet.
Can definitely happen. Like, just extended so far, Gar. I was gonna say Gar extended so far, Scar already jumping above him. He just walks into the sticky trap. Meanwhile, the wrap comes out of the combo for Sweden here. They just went through all the way IT. I guess left their demo as a little bit of a bait, a little bit of a treat for the French team, but they didn't really accomplish much with it. They got Elikor, that's it. Now Patchouli almost has an Uber, and they have a sentry on last as well. This is gonna be a nice, easy, just stall for France, really. They can hold this for a while. before having to remotely maybe even try. Nah, they're not gonna push out. Surely not. They have a sentry on Haas. They're just sitting there.
With how they've been playing so far, I don't know, dude. This has just been a whole different universe. We truly did enter the French dimension. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't understand. I don't speak French, and you can't understand this game otherwise, I feel like.
It's and being broadcast in a foreign language directly into our brains, as they do get the force out of the French team. Just a bit of aggression by Alba. Seems to be enough Sweeze still in behind as well. Oh,
he's
gets the kill onto
1v1.
Slash. He might actually be able to get onto last tier.
Oh,
Scar's
no,
gonna try to block
so
it. Oh, so close.
Oh, they're
so
sending
close,
people onto
though.
second as well in the meantime, and I mean, they forced them back. I'm not trading the best numbers right now. Griggs and Bobby
They
going
don't
down. How did
replace.
that not splash on Nevo? I'm actually upset for Griggs that didn't splash and hit the scalp behind him.
Well, and now Nevo gets to live. Anyway, they get the Uber off yet again. They accomplish a little bit more with it. They get at least 1 kill. But everybody else in front's just out. Yeah, can't even chase. Boulder's gonna try to find Nevo in lobby. Oh, okay, Slash is gonna be there as well to just meet the combo. He's gonna walk directly in front of Agent, gets the kill onto Gar somehow. Alba gets taken down as well. Okay, it's still a back and forth, but Sweden surely just with more players, they can close out this round here. There you go. All right, we're equal, just like that.
This game is just the SCP IKEA thing. Like, the Frenchies walk in and they just can't find a way out anymore. They're trying so hard to escape. But there's just no way out. Everywhere they go, there's just more Swedes flying in straight back from respawn, keeping up the fight, and they're winning those fights. I mean, we're talking about the DM level of the blue team. Sweden is making this look like no problem on the DM department.
Yeah, they have the DM kings, apparently. I mean, we know Balder is a force to reckon with, we know Swedes is a force to reckon with, but everybody kind of pulling their weight right now on that team. Let's see how this next mid is going to unfold. I mean, they're certainly just backed up in their corner again. Griggs is already in IT. They certainly know he's there. Yeah, Scar's just going to clean out that kill, so that's going to be the first casualty. There goes Slash on the other side. Cleaned up as well. All these French players just all over the place, while Sweden's all just bunched up in one place. Swede's going to make a play for the point, but just gets pushed off of it, gets cleaned up as well. Slowly but surely, it seems to be falling in French favor. Never mind, I say that as Elikor gets floated into the air and leaves a funny ragdoll.
This is huge cleanup by the Blue
forced
Scouts.
off. Alright.
Every time someone was weak, the Swedes were so keen to try to clean that guy up, and they just completely tunnel visioned like one guy while they're being nuked down entirely. With great focus by the Frenchies here. The force for Agent Spice to survive as well. Cool, Humatic lives, but now what? It's still full disadvantage on their side, and 2038 has time until 2038 before the Uber runs out at this point, and at this point, they should be well on its way to last.
Yeah, they're actually taking it surprisingly slow for this French team, I guess. Respecting Sweden maybe a little bit too much. You know, they've been met with a lot of opposition in the last, like, 8 minutes, so maybe they're being a bit more respectful.
I said that, like, 5 minutes into the game, that they could slow down a little bit, but they really haven't. So, I don't know if this will last for very long.
Well, Alba manages to get like a little snipe there onto Sledge. Take him out of this last push at the very least, so might make it a bit easier to hold. They certainly used the Uber very early and accomplished very little with it. They got a sentry, there goes Patchouli, no heals now for the Frenchies. Trying to push this last point. Scar is still in behind, gets a little bit of cap time, gets a bit of damage on these players, still alive, finally gets taken down. But he does trade out for Sui in the end.
Can chat fact check for me if Eloku hit anything on that last push? That was very sad to watch.
I think he killed the sentry. I think he killed the sentry.
That doesn't count. That thing literally can't move.
Oh,
I say that I've seen people miss that in Prem, but you know what happens. Everybody gets one.
It's something.
That's a rough one here. And once, like, the last push statistic is just so bad right now, and they are still 2-2 in the game. But like somehow they have the most miserable last push conversion rate I've seen in a long time.
They can't even afford to. They can't even afford to either to mess up because now they're equal.
Right? They won their rounds because of people dying on second and with 200% advantage.
Yeah, like now Sweden seems to have,
can't be it.
Yeah, they've tightened up a little bit, and suddenly those strats don't work for France anymore. As soon as Duplo tightens up their play a little bit, makes less mistakes, what are you gonna do? You gotta actually start making plays yourself.
Maybe mid-game is the way to go.
They lose Amarok early. They get a kill onto Gar. That's gonna maybe open it up a little bit. Nah, Slash goes down as well. They have to give up ground. Elikor might get caught here as well. He's kind of extended. He does escape through choke for now.
Oh, that's a force. The rocket hits.
Oh, and he's still alive as well. Okay, no, Elikor's gonna catch him out, but still, like, that's huge. Agent obviously doesn't have yet, but as long as he stays alive in this should be a big ad for Sweden.
Sweep with 9. There's no... Okay, Amarok cleans it up. That's gonna do it. Amar finds the kill. It's a weird one. It barely worked for the Frenchies here. I respect them for sticking to the guns, though. This game's going all over the place, but they wanted to keep going that way. They have all opportunity. They had all opportunity, I guess, once they won the lead. to just slow down pace a little bit. No, they want to continue exactly how they've been playing right now. They are done being stalemated, I guess, from yesterday. No more. What
they
losing to
playing
Witness does.
A different game. Like you play against Witness once and you literally never want it to happen ever again. You just make everything happen in your force to not
the
have
thing
that
is,
happen.
well, you can't roll this shit against Witness. They're too good with it. You do this against them, you just get rolled instantly. They're too good.
Yeah.
But for Swedes, they're figuring themselves some chances here. This Uber certainly looks pretty good from him here to keep everyone mostly alive. Everyone's so weak on the Swedish side as well, and they have to go out such a long way, so.
Oh. Yeah, not so good after all. They dropped like Gar and Boulder before the Uber was really even popped off. Now with that long way try and run away, they're gonna send whatever they can onto the medic. Pachuli's so far back behind, so much just French meat between the Swedish attackers and himself, and just like that, they keep him alive. Now surely. We've seen it happen, but surely the Frenchies will be able to convert this last push. What could possibly go wrong on this one?
Well, this is going to be some, like, wacky cartoon stuff if they somehow fail this one as well. At some point, right, how much money is being exchanged for these advantage pushers do not work?
Yeah, like,
something's going on here.
Who's on the payroll? Who's on whose payroll at this point, you know? Who's getting sponsored?
AZN still pulling the strings behind the scenes. We have to know this.
Come on.
It
Okay, they're
might
making their way to lobby. They're getting ready. They want to do it. They want to do it. They're here. They're here. They see a sniper, but Sweet doesn't hit the shot. Now they're going to bomb in deep. But they choose the wrong side. Nobody's over there. They find the sentry. Everybody else on Sweden just kind of waited. Now their Uber has faded, so they're going to actually have to fight this. And there's a heavy. There's a lot of healthy players on the Swedish side, but nobody really blocking the cap. A little bit of cap time for the Frenchies now. They find frags finally, but they found Agent crucially. Slash just sneaks in that rocket. No heals for the Swedes, and well, they managed to escort out Pachuli, at least for now. Swede is going to have to work with that, and he's going to try his absolute damnedest to make sure that that medic doesn't escape. We have to go through Elikor as well, and Elikor is not going to let that happen. There's Alba. Follows it up, gets both of them with help of Gar. Alright, they found that crucial frag. That's going to keep them in this, otherwise this would have been very bad for them.
This is just such a frustrating one to watch from their perspective as well. They had, what, like 4 extra last pushes, then they have rounds on the board right now. God, what does it take for them to do this here right now? Duplo needs to convert as well right now. Any single round, seeing these failures in front of them on last, being converted from this, just wins the game right now. Because you just have some good confidence on last at this point that you can hold it, right? You just need one at this point, and it's just GG.
Never in the forward spot. Alright, he's being a bit cheeky with that snipe. Couldn't quite get the angle onto anything though, gets spotted out. So the sniper threat has been eliminated. And Frenchies looking shaky, looking very, very shaky. Kind of like not really finding much response to this Swedish aggression right now. They know Ubers are equal, but they are down a player. They don't. I feel like they don't really know what they want to do, right? Nivo keeps going sniper every other life, like just kind of trying to throw something out, but only occasionally hitting the shots when they're already winning.
Maybe you should go back to Critical Sniper. That worked until it didn't, I guess.
That
but
worked surprisingly well. But then they lost the round at the end of it, so it didn't really work at the end of the day, right?
Well, we'll see. Maybe Sweden could actually just get the last one going. This one's not an advantage for it, so they're going in for the exchange. Lose border as well. It just costs so much as well. This is anything but what it was supposed to be. They wanted the exchange, and oh boy, were the Frenchies happy to deliver.
Well, that's a much more solid last hold even then from the Frenchies. I guess they're even better at holding.
We're hiding. He's going for it again. He tried before. Nope, never mind. We're giving up immediately.
Yeah, they were ready for it. They had Slash on last, and Scar went back just in case somehow we managed to slip by. They were ready for that one. They did not want it to happen. And now Frenchies are going to have to try and coast to coast. It's Boulder up on the sniper. Oh, gets a nice little headshot there onto Amarok. It's going to get that damage out on the board. Slow that scout down. It gets a nice shot onto Scar as well.
Oh, no.
Basically kills him. Another headshot as well.
No.
Oh my god, he's just rolling them off! One after another.
Oh, Gar's in as well. He wants to see the last few die. Finds the demo man. That's going to confirm what they have here, which is the second point for sure. But it's not the medic. It's really good out of there in no time. Huge by Boulder. This is going to be doing numbers for him on the like logs we have for like the season total later.
Oh yeah, I mean, you'd love to see those sniper numbers. He's going to be able to just cap that off, you know, while his team tries to push on last. Alba just stays in for so long, manages to escape some as well, as Grix is the only casualty for this little bit of aggression. But I mean, they have such an ad to work with, they can afford to slow it down just a little bit. 5 minutes is plenty of time to convert one round, but it's also not a lot of time to maybe come back if you lose one. So they really want to make sure this works. If they mess up this last push, it could really bite them at this point.
Sweden has all the power in the game now, however, right? Like, you sit here on last, it's like, Yeah, you have to make this work to avoid the golden cap, but at least, right, as long as you fail small enough steps, you can ensure that you can get into the golden cap, you know?
Yeah, they're gonna uber in aggressive on the left side. Get the heavy.
Oh, no,
just so much cap
cap
time. Yeah, nobody on France's team even understands that there's a point to play
Is that
here.
VM? Like, they just fail 4 times and they just stand on point on the other side. And that's just, it's just not fair.
What happened? I mean, I know Elikor went to spawn because he got very low, but like nobody else was even in position to contest that point. Swedes just were like, okay, no sticks, whatever, we'll just go. We'll just take that. Now they're in the lead, and now with 4 minutes, it's do or die time for 2038 here, because if they don't get this round, they're losing points. They're not taking home anything tonight, and well, this mid is not off to an amazing start. They've lost most of their players already, but Julie's all caught alone as well. Slash, the only one alive, does get the hero save there against Agent, but is it enough? They wiped their full team. Sweden is still going to keep rolling forward.
I mean, this is pretty much all you need right now if you find yourself in a position they've been just now in, right? Like, barely any added last or something like this, or even Uber at some point on last. You can just sit there. It's never the fun thing to do, but I mean, maybe it's the thing you should do sometimes, and right now, I feel like it's time to do it.
Yeah,
Frenchies don't have the luxury, and they're going in already, and
Yeah.
oh boy, are we coming out swinging. However, I spy with my little eye, a demo man going for a backup. I don't know how a guy ended up over here. He wanted to just trap off people running his way, but I guess this is just a wide open point for him to take. However, it's not the last point. They actually blocked second, and that's really the deal breaker here right now.
Oh, is he going to be able to get this 1v1 against Slash? He manages to get him off the point, gets a lot of cap time going as well, but it is a favorable fight for the soldier, perhaps. Depends on the range. He's going to get caught up by Amma coming back as well. Okay. A valiant effort there by Gar, but he can't quite close it. Bit too scared of Slash, bit too respectful of him. And France are going to stabilize on mid for now. They get a tiny ad. It's not even that much at this point. Like, Agent's been building very aggressively.
You might just have to just nuke them on second, though, right? You have not much of a choice.
They got it. You don't really have that much of a choice. If you botch any pushes here at this point, you're going to be in such a crunch that you won't be able to, like, play right anymore.
Oh, no, they're botching it.
Oh, and they're botching it as we speak.
No.
They find Agent, but is that enough? Still, they're down, like, 3 players. Patchouli used as well. They had to use for the second, and they won't even be able to cap it. Squeeze behind as well. He does so much damage up to Elikor already. Finally gets cleaned up. Balder's there to just follow it up immediately for more harassment. And Alba is on the flank as well. Just backing up his scout here. All right. And Gar escapes. God damn. They just can't make it. Frenchies can't close it. They can't close it. They gotta go, but they can't close it.
Oh, you gotta be a closer in this situation. This is all it's about right now. They have one shot here, basically, right? Like
Yeah.
1.5, I guess that's generous. There's 2.5, but it's here. You could have a last push and like some respawn wave stupid fight on last afterwards. That's all you're gonna get. And it's not been enough from this position like 4 times this game already.
They've certainly not they haven't set a precedent for being able to do it. Let's see if maybe crunch is all they need, right? A little bit of stress, a little bit of nerves, a little bit of adrenaline perhaps for the do or die time. They're gonna be very, very slow coming into 1 here actually. Very early pop because they respect the sniper. They're gonna actually play the point for once and get a lot of cap time, but Sweden is quick to respond to it. They have the heavy up as well. They finally find that kill, but that's the only thing they found. There goes Patchouli and Elikor. That's gonna seal the deal on this push perhaps already, because nobody else can really get close. They're all so low. Slesh is the only one left, and he's in lobby. He just has to run away. There's one more attempt in this for France with their spawners, but Sweden is gonna make sure that that doesn't happen either. Potentially, at least. They can just park the bus here, lock this down, and make sure that this last push does not happen.
Ah, that was getting very keen for my liking, but I guess he's getting away with it as well. Early slash kill, they're getting cap him on second already. Not capping this one actually, by the looks of it. That's some sticky spam, barely have any positions. We still really weak. One by Scar doesn't get a kill. Gar saves the scout, and Emma goes too deep to try to avenge him as well. Oh no, this is just slowly but surely getting fully into Duplo's hands. This thing might be built out of Duplo's, but they can't break them.
And those plastic bricks, man, they are solid, you know?
True Swedish engineering.
the best kind. And it seems to be working fine. I mean, they had a rough start to the map, but after a bit they settled in really, really well. Maybe it slipped away from, 2038 a little bit. I don't know, man. But as it stands, they're gonna be winning process probably. Again, Frenchies, it's technically winnable mathematically.
This
they
has to be the sickest 30 seconds of all time.
Yeah.
Agent doesn't have yet as well. They're chasing him down.
Does.
He gets
does,
just
okay.
barely. Oh no,
Are you gonna
kills
be
on
able
this
to
one.
do
Scar
this?
goes down,
Oh.
everyone's falling apart here on the last second.
This is it. Ammar's gonna try to just like be a little bit of a nuisance here on second, but that's all he can do.
Like
You got
two
Slash and
people
Nevo.
behind as well, but they just don't have the second cap.
They don't have
And
health
now they have to push out on us.
Yeah, they can't do it, man. Like, you're going up against such healthy players. See, Emma's gonna try to get in. Nah, they just all get cleaned up. Everybody's dead. That's it.
They're just lost in the sauce, and Duplo's here to capitalize. And you know what? I respect it.
That was a GG.
They saw a team melting in front of them, and they just scooped that right up. And
is
honestly,
French ice cream a thing?
Sorbet, that's a French word.
I guess. Okay, that melted then.
I know French. I'm smart like that.
Baguette. Oui.
Oh, well, this was... I guess this was... Like, how much of an update it is up to viewer interpretation, I suppose. But it certainly is one. And I don't think there's debating that at all.
Yeah, I think it's really just going to be on how highly you rank 2038, right? that's going to be the definition of how much of an upset this is.
I actually am upset I don't know map pick order right now. Because they played this map against the Trusted Process as well in the qualifier. And while it didn't look like as chaotic like this at times, the last pushes were the exact same. Sure, they won that one at the time, but like... I hope to God. If it's them picking this map, they're just really stubborn, I think.
Yeah,
like if you just keep going back to the map like this, and if it looks like this every time... Like, I respect you wanting to improve it, and it's process of all maps. You can't really afford to be bad on this map, right? But you have the luxury this season. You can't pick your maps this season in ETF2L. You gotta do it smart. And they didn't ban it, at least.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I guess they were just like, oh yeah, it's process, right? Everybody knows process, but that was not a great showing from 2038. Like, those last pushes, it's really like, if you go on with a football analogy, they had like 18 shots on goal and didn't sink a single one. And it wasn't even that the keeper on the enemy team was like good or anything. They just missed.
And like one of them was straight up a penalty too.
Yeah, one of them was a penalty.
That's the only ones that worked. That's just a frustrating one. See, I don't want to get ahead of myself here in this situation, but I've seen people die after games like this. So I just want to say, if it happens, my condolences to Slash, but maybe you're cursed with it. This can't be happening to him twice in a row.
Look, it wouldn't be a season of Prem without a team folding in the second week. But I really don't want it to happen either. Wouldn't it be fun to have a season of Prem where like all 8 teams
remember the
live
good
for
stuff
once?
for the Frenchies, right? When they just went in. That stuff working, that stuff with like some refined play and just normal last pushes would be such a nice team to watch. Because it wasn't awful, right? I mean, the last pushes might have been, but the rest of this was just a bit messy, but workable. And certainly really good at the best of times. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten to those first 2 rounds anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just not quite there yet.
Might be like a stamina thing. You know, like they had like a lot of energy coming out the gates, but then somehow they slowed down. They were like, oh, let's try the wacky Nevo to mid strategy, and that just kind of like, you know, flipped the switch in the whole team. And
this does remind me a bit of like the early Nations Cup France games, like before playoffs and maybe round 1 as well, where they just played like really aggressive for the sake of it. Maybe they want to employ that as well, but it's a young roster. So it still has a long way to go. And like you said, after some practice, everything looks a little better. But in the early season, everyone's just still barely trying their best right now. And their best just wasn't up to the task against a team that just it's been here since like 1.5 years ago. Been through much worse than this as far as I'm concerned, the Swedes. I mean, I remember when they like tied every game for like a year straight.
Well, that's one way to go, right? If you never lose, you can't be the worst team.
Yeah. No, season 40. The Swedes had like this entire season where there wasn't a single 6-0 game lose or win. Almost 2 seasons in a row, actually. They like lost season 39's first game, and then after that it was just anything else but 6s.
Interesting. Well, we are headed into our second map. We're headed into Granary. How do you feel about this pick? I wasn't expecting to see this
keep up this gameplay style, this is going to be the opposite of what people expect out of Granary. I've been saying for the longest time, Granary is not the slowest map, it's the most like min-maxed map we have. If this map ever starts rolling, it has no stopping. It's just chaos game from there on out. It's just going to be a DM fest. If it slows down, however, it's going to look like Snake for the last every point.
Yeah, like I think that's a very astute observation for how this map works. People think it's notoriously slow. It depends on how you play it. As long as one team is aggressive enough in their plays, or like fast enough in their plays, and they actually make them work remotely, right? They don't get absolutely punished
And
for
we've
it.
seen the Frenchies, they want it like that.
Yeah, they do want it to be fast, so they can definitely make it fast. Again, we don't know whose pick this is. For the sake of, like, you know, for the sake of the Frenchies,
right,
we'll assume it's their pick, but...
Right, as far as map picks go this season, right? Sure, they matter. But you also have to consider, the other team didn't ban this. Right?
Yeah.
It can't be that bad for them. For what we know, this might be like the second choice. So
be, yeah.
we'll see if it looks like this, I suppose, right? I mean, it's been close at the very least, so surely it'll look like more like than we've seen just now. On the flip side, right? French Vitality is going to be taking a beating here. These are experienced players. They should be able to deal with this, but crazy things have happened.
Oh, okay. Well, as the first mid goes underway, it looks to be going very well for the Frenchies here. 4 kills just like that. They crucially keep Agent alive on the Swedish side, but he's gonna have to make a run for it with Gar all the way back out to last. They're just gone. The Frenchies are chasing so deep. They're building so aggressively as well. Trying to make the most of it, and, well, they get second. Are they gonna be able to get into last, though?
Yeah, that's the big but here. It's even Ubersol. That's the big problem right now.
Exactly. That's the biggest problem. Actually, they're a little bit slower. Agent building a lot faster there towards the tail end. It doesn't matter in the end. Yeah, it's going to be a Swedish hold to bust through here. Sui on the sniper as well, going to have a work with that. These Swedish snipers have both been dangerous. Like, they've both been hitting shots. It's been something for the Frenchies to get through. They want to get through that left shutter so bad. Both soldiers just kind of getting stuck in it over and over. Finally getting in deep with Slash Bomb. He gets one rocket onto Agent, can't get the second one before dying. And Scar just got caught in the window, having to settle for backing out again. So they won't be able to clean up that kill. They won't be able to even get the force out of him either. He's got a little bit too much respect for his team to pop out there. So yeah, they're just gonna be able to hold this and reset for France. They're gonna try again. Now the sentry's coming up for the Swedish side.
Yeah, they started swinging once again, but that's exactly what happened. Map 1 as well, and eventually we'll find our way on this last point here. And as much as you can min-max this map, last is more min than max as far as I'm concerned. So we're gonna be here for a little bit, but not like they've been doing like nothing here right now. We've been here for a minute and they've already just well, they tried to double bomb at the very least, right? Sure, this order didn't get in, but they got one guy directly on the medic. The Swedes have to be incredibly careful right now because they've seen, right? Through the last push they struggled, but every opportunity the Frenchies had to stay aggressive, they've taken it.
Oh yeah, there you go. They try it again. Double sack in. Neither of them can really get in deep enough, though. A bit of damage onto Agent. The Sentry does a great job denying Nevo as well. Slash already took so much just from the bomb and the spam, so...
Alaba goes down immediately as well. Doing a double sack like this is just always the mini game, right? Do we push or not? How much do you dare?
Oh,
Alaba dares a lot.
maybe off of that.
There's no winning there.
Yeah, you just run straight at a sniper, you know? You should really respect Boulder a little bit more. You've seen what he can do. You should really respect that guy, man. Like, I feel like people they underestimate what this guy's up to. Also, we have a spy in play by Neville.
Boulder
So
straight
we
up
do
was
see...
this good when he wasn't mid, and I don't know how he got away with that.
It is what it is. We have Nevo on the spy. This is gonna be the golden bullet in the chamber for France here, surely. This spy play is gonna turn everything around. He's gonna do something crazy. He's gonna slip past.
Oh no, I look in spawn here, and what do I see? Boulder is whipping through classes, and one of them is disguised as enemy spy. So I spy with my little eye, spy, I guess. There's no right
here. Now they're checking for him. Yep, they're going around. We got Sui on sweeping duty. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them just went pyro. Just to deal with that, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's still spamming so much as well at the same time. They really want this gun.
Yeah, they just want to like have a distraction or something. They want to make a window for Nevo here so he can just make something happen. He does uncloak behind the medic and
no,
gets the
still
stab.
gets it.
Oh my god.
If Boulder spy checked there, he didn't do it right. There's no way this should be allowed to happen when you spy check on spy.
Or nobody like respected it at all. Agent never even turned around. I think they probably just didn't know. Yeah, like there must have been... didn't spy check correctly or something. As it stands, French, this is their last push to win, man. It's only 2 players alive for Sweden. They're both very, very low, but they're putting up one hell of a fight before finally going down. Okay. They converted off the back of that, but that's the play that I think shouldn't have happened, technically. So, mistake by the Swedish side, I guess. Mistake by Duplo. Managed to have them lose around there.
Well, Frenchies have been historically pretty good executions, never living up the legacy, I suppose. Works out in the end somehow, despite the spy check. I don't know what happened there. Maybe they just did it wrong, I guess? I don't know. I guess maybe Never was smart and didn't have like any loadout at all. That's why I didn't pay attention to that, because that would maybe help, I suppose. But either way, it's the lead. Will it be enough this time?
Well, we'll have to see if they can keep, in the lead as they lose Never early on in the mid. Patchouli has a lot of aggression on him, but he's weaving a dodge and finally gets taken down as Agent dies on the other side as well. It's a back and forth with the DM fest, but Slash is the only one left for the blue side of the Frenchies here, and he's gonna have to put up one hell of a fight against both of these scouts, which are just so dangerous to go up against. We might even want to chase it. Okay, no. He's decided, all right, I'll settle. The guy's out. We've won the mid fight. We'll just live with what we've got. We'll be content. Grix is doing some scouting ahead. Ironically, not as a scout class. But, yeah. They'll have that. They might even be able to get some aggression to yard. I mean, Grix is trying his absolute best to deny them some space here, for a little bit at least. Finally gets pushed back out, but there's the rest of the Swedish team coming through. Garrett's just gonna catch out Slash perhaps. Never mind, they're getting caught themselves. Everybody died! Literally everyone died!
France is just upset now, right? They lost map 1, they didn't feel like they should have, but now they're just angry.
Oh my god. Sweet tries his absolute best there to get into the combo, just gets nuked down by the pipe and arrow combo. Yeah, France looking much stronger. Much better. Maybe this is their pick after all.
Maybe, I mean, would you pick it after how it looked like last week in the qualifier? I don't know, but we'll see, right? Forces is in the past now. I guess we might not see them again for this season. That's for the future to see, I suppose. But now, this is looking good, right? They got it with a drop. The people have heals now. So that makes a big difference. Everyone is... actually, no one's buffed up at all, I'm lying. But they could get buffed in theory.
Oh, they get the sentry with some spam. Uber in from the left side as well. Alba solo gets cleaned up before really much happens at all. Sweet gets cleaned up as well. Garg just caught out in the corner, gets spammed down, chipped down, but still alive! He lives! The scouts didn't have anything loaded, they couldn't kill him! Baldur's on the heavy as well, finally gets taken down. There's a bit of cap time. Gar's gonna have to try and do this all alone, and he can't. Alright, a second round for France.
And you just look at it. You look at this, and it looks just so organized on last now, right? They get the garden. In fact, they get it early too. Depends on if there's a snap or not, I suppose, how much you can get away with this, of course. But you get the guard early, that helps a lot, and they're just in instantly. They see an NG, that's the easy pick to get here. That man's not going to run out in time at all. Really nice focus down the heavy. And just taking one side, they did it last time as well. Taking one side, going for it. That could like nukes down one spawn where people try to rotate from. Just really good priorities. It was looking so bad in any of those points last map. But it's coming back to them. We're looking at like incredibly high level players here, and they're remembering that they can do it.
Oh, well, we'll see how this mid goes for them. Patchouli Kent just dodging and weaving for so long on mid, finally gets taken down. Agent up on the crates, kind of just doing the same, but he finds himself surrounded no matter where he goes. There's a blue player staring him down in the face, and it's going to be a 1 mid for the Frenchies. For once, they've actually won the mid, but are they going to be able to keep it rolling forward? Well, they're certainly doing a good job of it right now. Both soldiers already on second, seeing if they can catch somebody out here. Alba trying to do exactly the same, just trying to see if he can be a little bit of a cheeky aggressor. But
I guess this one just got out to anyone who ever like thought or considered saying that maps are a myth at some point, because like this is a whole different game from map 1, right?
Yeah.
The Frenchies just straight up look H6
it's a different
because
team.
they're not done playing with their Duplos yet.
This seems like I'm watching a completely different 2038. Like this is a completely different team. It's transformed. I don't know what happened. I don't know what flicks, what switch they flicked. I don't know what happened, but like. They are looking so much better.
Maybe AZNC again? Who knows?
Maybe he's fake nicking. I guess it's possible. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be in the back foot for now. They actually have the crits here, and they managed to sneak in a little sticky. They sneak in too. Can make it too. Gar gets taken down as well. That's all they needed. The crits have already paid off. Now it's just going to be a bunch of Swedish players struggling to see if they can find a way onto somebody here. Alba's going to slip in, but Patchouli's no danger at all. Sweet's going to chase him down. Finally. Sweet finds that kill finally, but he's going to be caught behind now, and he's going to have to go through like 3 players. He's going to be able to get onto Elikor. He trades.
No one takes on Elikor but Elikor.
Well, fair enough.
Well, I mean, like you said, right? You get 2 kills with crits. That's a good one right away, right? You just have to play the defensive game for a little bit there. Which, sure, it got the medic, but even then, right? If you want to look at it through like an Uber v Uber perspective, this is still an Uber fight they took that they killed everyone in, and they lost their medic board. And this is still a huge W, and they're trying to get even more than that. They're just trying to get to the next letter in the alphabet, but not quite that easy. Duplo's holding on at least a little bit, doesn't let them get second for free.
Yeah, just not a pressure watcher of the French team as well, keeping up aggression all the time. Like Scarin's so deep, almost managing to kill like 2 players. just by dropping down. Agent is so low as well, and he's kind of caught in no man's land. As soon as a French player gets in any way of a flank here, that could be dangerous for them. Plus, with the two players on the point, they have to get pulled back here. They actually managed to get the second cap. Slash is going to try to run into last, and Nevo's already there. They have to go all the way back on the Swedish side, and they finally clean up those two players, but it took so much. And they actually used the Uber too. Oh my god.
If Slash was playing with better information there, I think he would have just killed everyone. He went behind all the way to last instead of just dropping down on them when they were walking below him through the catwalk into last. I think he had prime opportunity to just like kill two people that were free, including maybe the medic if he didn't react in time. But he didn't know that. He was just completely blind, falling back from the cap just now. It's still good, don't get me wrong. But this could have been just like the round right here, right then. If you just cleared up everything for the scout and not have two people go last. As it stands, this is the bad part.
They're in the driver's seat right now, and I don't think Duplo is liking where the bus is headed, because it is headed straight for them. They're going to be hit by it and break every bone in their body if this French push is in any way remotely successful. They're going to Uber in on the right side for once. It's a different approach, but they're going to be trying to have to cover a lot of ground with it. And, well, they get a few kills off the bat, but they have no focus fire on the heavy so far. They're finally going to start focusing on Squeeze. Going to get tanked with the heals, but it's not enough. Nobody's there to even block the point with 3 players already down. Yeah. 3-0.
This is a completely changed team. And I guess I respect it in a way, right? They didn't let that tilt them at all what happened map 1. If anything, I feel like they're just playing more angry because of it. And maybe to some extent that helps right now, although you gotta be careful with that kind of emotion when you're going into a game like this. Because it can easily tip over. But right now, it's just fueling them completely, and they're just going just all out with it.
Yeah, it's been working well for them so far. Like, Duplo kind of just struggling to really find a response, right? Find their way back into this. Even after winning the first map, just kind of narrowly. They're not doing having an amazing time right now. They're finding a few more frags on mid this time. Gar gets cleaned up though by a little arrow by Patchouli, who's just running for his life. He's being chased, but Boulder Agent respected too much. They realize, wait, we're alone. There's still 2 players that are going to be flanking us. And they just have to kind of escort themselves out of here.
Which is very funny, because they weren't flanking him. They were standing on mid, just waiting for them to come back, leaving their medic.
But they were
right.
Looking for it.
And that's talent right there. That's Premiership players. That's just knowing exactly what's happening without seeing anything. Well, Slash is what he's just walking at him. Don't let that work. You can't just let him walk it. Luckily, they don't. However, this is a little scary. No, no one's going in on it. I thought maybe they would follow up on that.
They're too far back. They're just content with chilling in the yard here, you know, bunkering themselves up a little bit. It's the 7th point on this map, and well, looks like Duplo keen to just take in a little bit of an exchange, but flashing so much, their Uber's gonna run out so much sooner. It's gonna be way better for 2038, and anybody who slipped in behind has been cleaned up as well. Boulder just extended a little bit as well, gets cleaned up, so this is now a prime opportunity for 2038 to just take mid here. Like, no chance they don't.
What? Oh. How is Sweden one, like, waiting on the lamp, and I was the one trying to back up through garage? I feel like that should be the opposite, but I guess it's opposite
inverted
day.
It. Yeah, I don't know what's going on up in Sweden. They find, like, weird ways, I guess.
That's what that flank's supposed to look like in Australia, I guess. But here we are, 3-0 lead, still looking good here. Trap in the corner, does not... Oh, never mind! Actually, it was second off. Still reaches anyway. That was a full blind test. Like that guy had no sight on anything there.
Yeah, you just
it as instinct. He pulled a Daredevil, can't see anything, but still just kills small.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one as well. That's all you needed, really. Patchouli getting taken down there, keeping yourself in the game now. Single-handedly turning this around again for Duplo. Nevo has slipped in behind though. He does get spotted. Okay, Squee has spotted him. He surely wins those as well. And now it's just Elacor who gets piped down by Gar. He's gonna have nothing to do with that. And Sweden can just make their way back forward to the midpoint. All right.
Also random, completely pointless observation, but Gar's on stock grenade launcher. And I think Bum needs to get on that to figure out how many like good stock grenades versus iron bomber we have in like the higher diffs. And I guess like the two
Iron Bomber fix. I think the Iron Bomber fix like really skewed those stats again.
I don't know, but like it's more for sure, right? Maybe not the like highest amount, right? It's not even by any means. It's still favored on the Iron Bomber. But it's more than it's ever been. I mean, for good reason as well. And I feel like on this map, it's very justifiable as well. Because you just have your things just like have much more of an arc down to actually reach like over crates and stuff on this map.
Not just that, but you have like a lot more corners you can lob them around too.
Yeah.
There's a lot more hallways and like little corners, tight rooms. You know, it's an old map. You can tell it's an old map because it's not as open as some of the newer ones, and it might be a decent strategy. It might be working well. I mean, Gar's doing admirably so far, and it's been working well. There's a little bit of a trade with Alba and Scar on the flank. Fair enough.
It's fine. He tried, but sometimes gravity is the biggest enemy.
Oh, sweet man. Okay, he does get spotted. All right, they found him. They found that little rat trying to sneak through, and yeah, they have to back off the back of that.
Oh, never mind. Actually, Gar's just just has
something. Check him, PC. This is not normally. Does he have like walls or something? There ain't no way, man. Like, he keeps getting these perfect deaths up at Chuli. There's something up.
This is just fucking pressure sensitive stickies at this point.
Does he have like a little beacon in them that like starts beeping louder as soon as the medic is near it or something? I don't know what's going on with those, man. That's crazy. It keeps working for him somehow. Yeah, I mean, this is a prime opportunity for Duplo.
Oh,
they can finally put around on the board.
Alaku is like so dead here. And that's just he's down for the force. And now they're just in on last. And actually, never mind, they lost Alba already and Garbo just went down, so actually I'm getting out of myself here. It sounded really good for a second here because that force came so early, but it still somehow just got 2 kills. Nope, never mind. They just have to grind their way out the long way, but yeah, they're fighting.
They're fighting it. They're not giving it up. They're doing a good job pushing those people off high ground as well. A lot of cap time already. Alba's going to be on the combo. At the very least, they might be able to settle for a Patchouli kill if Alba gets this. Oh, it's so close, but he can't quite find Patchouli. He's a bit too slippery that time. And no sticky trap for him to walk into for now, so he's going to be alive. And oh, sweet as well.
Sweet jump scare. He's on last. Gotta watch out for that.
He loves those flanks, man. He's a very flanky scout. Does that a lot.
And in some situations, you just gotta be right. It's always the silly things that shouldn't work that you just need to test sometimes if you're prepared for it, right? Be it actual backup, be it just like running in when they don't expect it. Oh, here's the jumper main Alba. This man's running Tempest for the worst times you've ever seen. But he's finishing the maps, and you know what? It's paying off. Second try drop down jump. He's behind him now.
Oh, and he's gonna have a parameter to kill Alacor here. Easy frag for him. He's gonna be on the point. The rest of the French team are gonna have to fall back. They're already getting mulched in Lunchbox. The Uber exchange is on their way, but it is so much worse for 2038, and they're struggling to run away as well. Slash is gonna try to get on the point, just gets cleaned up as well. Only Patchouli and Nivo, and surely this is the one that puts Duplo on the board now. Just a couple of spawners for 2038. They just have to clean up this combo here. There you go, Nevo Patchouli taking care of it. Now it's just a couple of players that have no heals. Elacor is going to try his absolute best at this point. He's doing a good job. Scar, okay, no, they can't quite get it. They're on the board, and this is how it happened last map.
Unlosable fight, and somehow Elacor brings this one back. Unbelievable. 3-1. I mean,
this is how it happened on Process.
Kind of. It was less of a lead.
I guess.
But
you know,
now it's just 2 again, and now it's just doable.
Yeah, once you get the Swedes rolling, I feel like they are very momentum-based right now. So once they get a bit of momentum going here, that could very well work in their favor. I guess we'll have to see how this mid goes.
Would we have to re-rank the TCM to the Duplo if they just win this before Golden Cap?
That would be something, wouldn't it? Well, Alba's gonna go for that very high bomb here. There's a follow-up by Grix as well. Both of them get onto the combo. Do they get the frags they want to, though? Well, they find Amma. That's gonna be it for now. They lose two on the other side. They find Elacor as well. Alright. Slowly but surely, looks like a war of attrition going the way of Duplo. They find Nevo. Slash kind of just caught in. He's maybe gonna try to be a bit of a nuisance, jump around. Just gets cratered by Grix, who barely lives on 1 HP. Alright. Fair enough. And yeah, they win the mid off the back of it, but truly kind of just alone as well. Scar's gonna jump into the... No way! Why was Agent alone? Why'd they leave him alone? No way, he got that pickaxe kill as well. I'm losing it.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see that one. I was advertising ourselves in Twitch chat, but well, this brings them back into the game, alright. Medic out of nowhere.
Scar just slips past, manages to get a nice little bomb there onto Agent, who's just completely left alone in choke, and then gets the pickaxe kill on Gar as well somehow. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Oh no, I was beefing the funny jump on the lamp as well.
He does live though for the time being, and yeah, the rest of the team is
you gotta try though, right? Like you gotta hope that the Pixar lamp works, and sometimes it does.
Oh, okay. They slowed him down. No momentum for Sweden just yet, but Swee is gonna have to work with that. He's just gonna run into mid, he's gonna 1v1 Nevo. Okay, Scar is there to back him up. Scar immediately realized, wait a minute. That guy is up to no good. That guy is up to foul things. Something malicious is brewing. And yeah, as it stands, they're gonna be able to maybe go off the back of that pick. I mean, it's only one pick. They're gonna wrap around Lunchbox. Surely, Duplo, woefully unaware of this. Okay, no, they find Amarok. Grix just in. Alba is just gonna follow up, gets the kill off the Slash. Oh no, they find Nevo as well.
We are Lunchbox, so the Alba is just snacking, getting so much damage, getting a really awkward first. Look, that is still stuck in here with him.
They're not stuck in there with him, he's stuck in there with it. Wait, it's something like that.
That's not how that works at all.
He was doing a lot, that's for sure.
They were all stuck, to be fair.
Yeah, everybody was kind of just stuck, didn't know where to go or what they wanted to do.
But I guess it works out forever, right? They get a much better Uber to this one, because no one on Duke could go anywhere. They were just like fighting in Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Everyone on Red just took all the space on the wall and get out towards mid now. This is not looking so shabby.
Are they going to be able to actually get much done with it, though? Sweet's going to get taken down, so not much ground. Lots of low players for the 2038 side, but it's not going to be enough to clean up on. Nevo's going to be the only casualty, so they trade scouts, and that's it for the time being. Now they're just going to... It's gonna reset here a little bit, and as time ticks down, you know, we're into the last third of the map now. Sweden still has to pick up 2 rounds here. Otherwise, it's gonna look rough for them. I mean, it's not a lot of time to work with for 2 rounds. You're gonna be looking tight. They might know they have a bit of an ad here. They're not going off of it though. There's so much spam coming their way. Yeah, they're just waiting. They're slowing us down. They're slowing us down on the side of Frenchies.
Like, they've been heating up on the Swedish side, and you can't let them, right? We've seen how bad it could end in the past. Realistically, that's something you very, very much want to avoid here, so let's find out how keen the Frenchies are to slow things down. This has been a very fast-paced game of Granary, like I said, right? It doesn't always have to be Granary's teammate snooze first. They're playing the game alright, and Duplo needs to do it just a tiny bit more still, so if they're stopping them, then 2048 has to work for it.
And Nevo trying to go for the sniper play here again. Maybe this time it's actually adequate. It's a decent situation to try it in. Gonna try to see him get an angle through Garage here. Alba immediately spots him though. Just to make sure that he has to back off again. See if he can get a different angle. And they're aware of the sniper, so obviously they're keeping Agent very safe, very far back. That means heals are very far back, so they just have to back off a lot to heal, but still, you know, not much ground to take for Frenchies. Yeah, either they have to make so much space for their sniper. Nevo not really peeking deep either. Like, he's very confident.
The problem is you say need, but they're the ones in the lead, so I don't know they need to do anything right now.
Yeah, but you know how aggressive they are. They want to play, so I think they do need to
sit there and snipe some people and do that, I guess. And you know what? He doesn't even do that. It's just trapped by Electro getting the kills right now.
It's fair enough. Like, maybe the sniper's like a bait. They're leaving him out as a little trap, and then you know, they're like, oh, it's a sniper, we gotta kill him.
What are you gonna do? Pay attention to Snapple. Biggest mistake of my life.
Just ignore him. Oh, they're just gonna use in actually. They're gonna try to force an exchange here. Obviously, it's so much better for the Frenchies. They don't even have to use. They just kind of that masterfully. Everybody gets out. Nobody's in any danger at all, and they're actually gonna. Oh, okay, no, Grix lives barely. I was gonna say they actually might lose him on that side as well. It would have been an absolute disaster for Duplo. As it stands, they only lose their Uber ad, and they still have to contend with all this French aggression coming their way. Nevo obviously still on the sniper as well.
I feel like a Boulder team on the French side would have just pushed there. The soldiers were dying. They had like combined body health, but they had a lot of space to cover there. They're taking it slow now, and I mean they can. They have the Uber, but they need to be careful because they're up against the Boulder team, so that's not gonna make it all too easy here either. The beam's still up in the fight, but they are not up against, right? Just wasted so much time. They already have 70% again. But that's still not 100 if my math serves me correctly, so how are you going to win this fight just now?
Yeah, I mean, as it stands, they're going to have a tough time getting to last now. Like, they were a little bit too slow there, trying to retake this, and now, you know...
Yeah, like, there's a universe where you can very much justify just popping into soldiers, like, right after the falls, basically.
Yeah, I mean... This is going to be an interesting exchange here, because they have, like, no position on last. Eloquor gets taken out early, but so much captain by Amma! Oh my... Finally, like, Balder turns around, Gara manages to clean it up, but, like... They took so long. Nevo's just in no man's land, walking around, seeing if he can get anybody good. He's just walking into last. No, he can't hit those shots, unfortunately. Not today. Not right there. He's very, very dedicated to sniper. Surely now he should be able to switch off. Maybe he was just like, yeah, I'm not useful anymore. So that's why he walks out like that.
Like, they've been playing the way they want to all game, right? They didn't work map 1, but that had, I think, less to do with the snipers and crit streaks that we've seen most of anything else. So, I don't know. They want to just force the opponents into the French dimension and just not letting them get out, and this map's it's working.
Yeah, it's a completely different story. They're doing the exact same thing they did last map, but it's actually working. I don't know, like just a tiny little bit of extra extra salt or whatever it needed on top, and now they're working much better.
In this case as well.
Probably.
They're not happy with what happened, and you know what? Who cares? We don't need to win this fight. Now was just walking a point actually.
Oh my god. The Uber comes out of the Duplo side as well. They couldn't even force off Patchouli. Nevo just runs on point as everybody else walks forward. Alright. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for Duplo here. 4-1,
Map
5 minutes. It is possible.
There's no
We've seen it before.
Anymore.
Yeah, they can't mess up at all.
Ooh, the crit streak out of Duplo as well. I don't know about that, but sometimes you gotta dream big, you know?
They're trying to do the TCM. They're trying to pay it as much justice as they possibly can.
But imagine
they have to do it. They have to pick up like 4 rounds here. At the
this is
very
gonna be
least
like complete Castle's curse where they're just getting voltage bit, I guess. But
yeah, they are. Never mind.
There's a fight happening. Oh,
they find a little bit on the
no
other
one has
side.
any health.
Yeah, nobody can heal either. No medics on either side.
No,
Anna's gonna be caught in. Scar's all above everybody. Modo gets 3 kills. He's just cleaning them up.
looking down and presses M1, and he's getting 3 kills on.
Alright, Balder versus Elikor, but one of them is on full health. And the other one, well, you know.
Yeah, the other one's the double man against the Scout.
A very proficient Scout player, but still, Elikor only needs to hit 1 pipe. Gets a sticky. Okay, can't quite get the second pipe.
The control point is being contested.
So it's a 1 mid for Duplo. Barely. Literally by an advantage of 1 Scout on like 30 health.
Time-wise, this works out. This is all you need.
Does, yeah, for now.
I mean, preferably not another mid fight like this, I guess, but this one still could
work. Or 2. Well, let's see if they can keep it rolling, because that's the important part, right? They have a slight ad to work with. It's not much, but it has to carry them to this round. They can't afford a hiccup. They can't afford a little bit of a stumble of rock in their way. They have to just keep this going. Go over every pebble, slash an Alba trade on the flank. All things considered, not that bad. And they're going to be able to use it early. Patchouli doesn't have yet, but he's so far back as well. He's in no danger. He's going to get it before any danger befalls him. And yeah, they
now the
back
back lines.
Gonna... Okay. They get him. Balder's just in. He just holds down.
Why wouldn't he? That's 2 down, no demo ban. This Uber needs to disappear on blue at some point.
Yeah, well, I guess it's going to be disappearing now as Agent is just going to be caught on Grassy. Never mind, nobody's cleaning up the kill on the medic. He's still alive, he's still healing his team. He has so much cat time as well, nobody's getting Gar off the point. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Okay, they might actually do it.
There's a chance, guys.
It's winnable, it's winnable. Oh no.
If you've given us hope.
If the Frenchies lose this, they're folding for sure, man. There's no chance, man.
If you throw this one, yeah, there's no coming back.
That's like complete like permanent psychological damage. You cannot recover from that. That's a debuff for the rest of the season if you stay in. So, for their sake, I hope that they don't lose 2 more rounds. For their sake, I just hope they don't.
All they need to do is have 1 good mid fight, really, right?
Yeah, let's see if they can have it this one.
We'll have it with this one here. Nice pipe of the guard right away. Armor down as well. Atticus is just taking matters in his own hands right now, and it's working out pretty well for them. Agent has no space to go. They don't even see him anymore. He's pinned in the corner. Somehow no one's double down in that, but there we go.
Okay. Yeah, this might be the good mid-fight they needed. Only Balder and Grix left alive, and both of them, you know, kind of healthy. Gonna be a bit of a problem here, but they're going up against an entire team. They might find a kill onto Elikor. It's gonna be tough. They trade with Amarok, I guess. That's about it, though. Yeah.
Copium's running out by the second.
The supplies are running low, and with 2 rounds to pick up in less than 2 minutes, especially when you're on the back foot like this, you have a full Uber. They're sending everything they can. They're just trying everything they can.
They're so worried about drop down, by the way. It's hilarious. Everyone's just staring at drop down for like 10 seconds straight. Meanwhile, Swee's just in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that does the plays. They're calling GG's already. Yeah, this might be a converted round. This might be a converted round for the Frenchies here.
I mean,
they're
even
looking
if they don't push, how do you get out of this, right?
Yeah, like, even if they don't win this on round limit or whatever, this is such a tough situation to come back from for Duplo. Either way, the map is going the way of Frenchies, and yeah, they're just closing it out with round at this point. 2 players alive, make that 1. There you go. There was a glimmer of hope there for Duplo. They certainly put up a very good fight, even on Granary here, but 5-2 is going to be the scoreline.
Well, at least we learned something today. 6 angry Frenchies are a lot better than 6 not angry Frenchies. That's a valuable takeaway from today. On the flip side, right? Their name might be Duplo, but they're still one hell of a choking hazard. This is one hell of a map one. to carry home from this one. They are avoiding a long lineage of teams moving up into Prem and getting no points. So that's already a huge W right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I did say in a season like this,
the early weeks are going to be the upset weeks, right? I would call this a bit of an upset.
the Frenchies are upset already.
Yeah, like you obviously would have like expected the Frenchies to just do better in general, but that's a nice easy 3 points for Duplo yet again.
On the flip side, right, the fact that they improved not just at all to win the map too, right, by this much to almost just roll the map too as well, is giving some good hope that this still goes somewhere for them. Playoffs is not going to be easy, but it's still possible. Whole different ballpark here, though. We have some logs. They didn't even talk about them last map, but like 2 scouts went 30 kills each last map.
Yeah, you know, it's
not quite that much, but still pretty good. But this time it's called Frank and Alakur, and you know what?
Deserved, yes. But also top damage on Duplo yet again, Balder. Yet again. He's always top damage, he's always top frag on his team. I don't know what's up with that guy, man.
You lose your hair and you just go fragging. That's all they stood.
It really is like you unlock superpowers when you like some people, you know, they become really good at like being funny or whatever. This guy just got really good at games, I guess.
Yeah, some people are just born with
it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Well, not with your ball. Anyway, one hell of a game, right? I mean,
yeah,
I had high expectations this game was going to be entertaining. I did not expect the Frenchies to just force down the playstyle onto the other teams here as well, especially not after yesterday. After yesterday, I was just expecting, okay, that we want to play like really standard for the most, but there was nothing standard about this game. Even be it losing or winning, they wanted to play their game the way they want to do it. They're not letting anyone get away from this short of witness gaming, I suppose. And you know what? I respect it. Sure, they went down with the ship map 1, I suppose, but miraculously, it turns out it was a submarine, and they just still ran into Duplo, and they couldn't do anything about map 2.
Yeah, and like the implications for it is later down the line, right? Because this is one of the teams that they could have taken full points against. So even though, you know, it's early season and like the whole scoreboard talk isn't going to be like that interesting yet, this is a match they could have easily gotten 6 points on, and now they didn't on the side of 2038. So like when it comes to actually playoffs, they might struggle making it later down the line if they like get another like stumble like this against another team where they should get more points.
I said this for the other Frenchies. I said this for Fans against the Axe team as well. I think if you ask enough people, you see like everyone have like at least any team once into like a player's position pretty much. I feel like probably the underdogs are Duplo, sure, whatever. With the gameplay we've seen today, still some chance, of course. But this is such a contested season for players. Dropping 3 points here, kind of a disaster, to be honest. It's already bad enough for both Fans and the Axe team that they tied against each other to begin with. Funny that it happens again, like last season, but these ties are not helping anyone.
Yeah, like they're all just gonna struggle to fight for that last spot. There's
anyone avoiding ties is just gonna be sitting pretty right now. So the moment we see like CSG against any of these 3 teams that we've seen the last few days on TeamTV1 win 6-0 against any of them, it's just they're feasting.
It's gonna be an absolute mess. It's gonna be such a mess to like figure out however that's gonna go. Yeah, but CSG, they're gonna have a rough road as well, right?
We have them Witness tomorrow as well. It might just be us again as well for CSG against Witness. Now they didn't do that bad against Team 2 by any means. That was really close for the longest time. But boy, I watched that Witness against 2038 game, and that's scary. Those guys are coming out of LAN like defeated. Surely motivated, I guess, to step up the level for the next LAN as well, even without Tech, I suppose. But they want to win that thing, of course. And I guess they took that L in strides against Tech, right? Because they're looking as good as always. There's no banners anymore. I guess this conch, I guess, we'll see if that has impact. It happened to be coming up once or twice last game, but it didn't do much of anything that they couldn't have done about it. So we'll see if that matters as all. CSG has to play phenomenally tomorrow, same time, I suppose, for anyone wondering. So don't forget to follow to see that one as well, to win that one. But I mean, they put TF2 easy to the test. Maybe Witness will be not looking any different here. It is our run-ups. This is literally the best team Europe has to offer.
Yeah,
So
but
of
maybe
course,
an extra day.
expectations are always for Witness Gaming to win any game they're going into the season, right?
Yeah,
They
it's their
made
game
the
to
Team 2
lose,
Easy games look
so-
incredibly good for them as well at LAN. They're number
I
one
don't
for a
know.
reason. We have high expectations because we know they can deliver.
Anything lower than like a 5-1 is going to be a interesting outcome for the match tomorrow. But
yeah, especially with
let's
how
not get
young
ahead
a
of
team is.
ourselves.
Especially with how young a team it is on CSG, right?
Mm.
They still have ways to go as well. I mean, sure, they have a lot of established talent, but the roster itself came together like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, a month ago maybe, at most. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. We'll catch you then for more Premiership ETF2L Season 43, Autumn 2022. I don't know what it is anymore. You'll figure it out yourself. See you next time.